Hey. Hi. My name's Lauren Ramos. Hello. If you're new, you probably know nothing about me, but if you're a returning subscriber, then I don't know, just whether you know me or not, hopefully this video will make you know me a lot better. This is a video about something I've been wanting to talk about for a really long time, but also been really scared to talk about for a really long time, and something that I really needed to talk about because holy crap, my heart's beating so fast. I don't know why I'm so nervous, but I just feel like everybody views me as a very, maybe I'm wrong, like, because I know a lot of you guys view me the way I view me, I guess, but outsiders that kind of have an issue with me, I guess, view me as a very conceited, like self-absorbed person. Not even that, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but they just view me like I have a lot of respect for myself and I've never had any self-image issues, which couldn't be farther from the truth. Today, I just want to get really, really deep with you guys. Like, I do not want this video to be heavily edited. Like, I'm probably not even gonna put an intro or an outro or anything like that. At the same time, I'm gonna be cutting out parts. I'm out of breath. Cutting out the parts where I'm not talking because I feel like a straight video with absolutely no editing is almost unbearable to watch. I'm gonna be telling you guys why I hated myself for such a long time. Like, there's just so much that goes into this video, and if you can't handle like raw, deep videos like that, then I wouldn't recommend this one. Maybe start with one of my story times or something like that. I definitely touch on this subject in some of my videos, like my why 2018 was the best and worst year of my life, which is, by the way, my favorite video that I've ever made. It tells my story better than anything, so watch that if you haven't. And I've touched on the subject in some of my story times, but I've never fully went in depth like I've wanted to do. And I guess I was kind of scared to make this video because I know there's gonna be those like immature people. And I don't mean like immature like funny, like laugh at like really dark stuff. Like, I just mean like straight up immature, like can't see past, like can't see life for what it actually is, like can't be real for a second, just always have to constantly like think that they're funny by making jokes out of everything, I guess. And they're gonna be like, haha, like, that's why you hate yourself. I know this is gonna be used against me, but honestly, I don't care because it's real shit. And I know everybody has their shit that they're sensitive about, and this thing has just been like a part of my life that I feel like I need to share with you guys because it could benefit you. Anyway, I'm just done like explaining it and trying to like simmer it down. Let's just get right into it. So if you are a current viewer and you know the littlest thing about me, it's that almost the majority of my town dislikes me. And how people view me around here is like the most horrible person in the world. Like, not even gonna sugarcoat it for you. So the reason why I think that is because nobody around here, not trying to like justify that I'm not an issue or anything, but no one around here is like open-minded. Like, when they see like a text from me or a post from me, they just automatically think like she's horrible, she did this for no reason. Like, they don't care about context, they don't look into anything, they just automatically label me as a horrible person. And when it's like a bunch of things, even if there's like a whole backstory to all of them like piled up against each other, that is like the belly or confirmation that someone's a terrible person. Like, that is a reason to like attack them here. And it's sad because no one can look past like the true story or look farther to find the true story. Just like a little surface detail will like give them confirmation that someone's a horrible person, and I think that is not fair at all. If you know me, I would say I'm pretty petty. Not petty like I won't hurt anyone for no reason. I won't hurt someone for no reason, but I don't even know how to like talk about this. Every friend I've had for the past 3 years has screwed me over in some way. Now, I think that people take really strong advantage of my kindness, and I didn't know that before, so I literally thought there was something wrong with me because there almost seemed to be a pattern in every friendship that I got into. I would become really close with them, they would treat me really bad like the entire friendship or towards the end or whatever. I would finally get the strength to distance myself from them, and then they would backstab me, leak my personal information, use me for money, ask me for shit. Just, it was so common in everyone that I became friends with that I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I genuinely hated myself for it. Genuinely fucking hated myself for it. And I would literally just bawl my eyes out because I was like, why are people treating me this way? Like, is there something wrong with me? Like, am I doing something wrong? Am I missing something? I've never felt so like oblivious. I strongly believe in like zodiac signs and things like that, and I know a lot of people are like, that's not real, like blah blah blah. Like, you guys believe in religion, which has no proof or anything, but you won't believe in something that literally has so many like weird, odd coincidences in it to like match you in your situations. Doesn't make sense. But anyway, I strongly believe that certain personalities clash with others, and some people are just not meant to get along with each other. And the people that I have become friends with have just been people that don't consider things like what they say will affect other people, don't consider like that this action could hurt someone, and just don't consider things like that. And not saying that I'm like picking all the wrong people, but the amount of generosity that I give is just like, people can't see how much effort and care and time I put into my friendships. And like most of the friendships I've had, the people were just looking for like a lighthearted like friendship, and I guess I just get way too deep into things and I just care way too much, so it was just a really uneven scale. So like I said with this one friend that I made the story times about, the girl who asked me to buy her a car, basically she was my friend, and the entire friendship I literally went out of my way for her, drove to her house, brought her coffees when she was sad, offered to buy her ice cream, offered to help her on social media, spent hours with her, helping her create a channel, and I just did so much for her. And it came to a point where I knew it wasn't healthy to be her friend anymore, so I cut it off. And she took the getting cut off so hard because she didn't have that realization that maybe she was affected by all of this stuff after like everything she's done to me. She didn't like have that part in her brain, which I don't understand. So she thought of it as she just ended the friendship for no reason at all. Like, I'm trying my best to see it from her perspective because I don't think like her at all. But from what I've seen, I think she thought of it as she just stopped being my friend for no reason, and that's a dick move. So she missed the entire purpose of why I ended the friendship in the first place. So she had anger towards me because she felt like she was the one that did nothing wrong. And I just, as a way to get back at me for ending the friendship, her 50-year-old mother texted me bringing up all this sensitive information about how my mom abused me and how my mom doesn't love me and how my mom kicked me out. And she did the same thing. She went around school telling people that my dad was in jail, like all this deep fucked up shit. And keep in mind, this girl watched me go through this. She watched me cry because I was getting mistreated by my parents and things like that. She watched me get kicked out. She watched me just deal with the most, she literally saw videos of my mom, I don't even want to be specific, screaming at me and treating me like total garbage and me being miserable, and she had the nerve to just use it against me simply because I didn't want to be your friend anymore. And she posted things on her story like I have screenshots of. Let me get them because I'm probably gonna read them anyway. It's funny how no one likes Lauren in real life besides some horny little 12-year-old, like not even her mom, LOL. Lauren is a pathetic excuse for a life. All hail witch Lauren and her army of 6th graders from the internet. Joke's on you, bitch. Most of my subscribers are older than you. What? Ever heard of saying a face only a mother could love? I guess no one likes Lauren's. What do you call a guy who steals money from the government? Lauren Ramos' dad. Just to describe that whole my dad going to jail situation, he wasn't in actual jail. Like, he wasn't in a cell. He was in a federal prison for 10 months, not even a full year. And the reason he went there is because I know this is gonna get out either way, so I'm just gonna explain it to you guys so you know the actual story. My dad was very high up in the government and he was dealing with contracts worth over $2 million. Now, he was good friends with most of the people he worked with and dealt with contracts with, which is the #1 thing you're not supposed to do in business, is mix business and friends. And so if you're working with someone, you're not supposed to take any gifts from them because they believe that it would automatically be looked at as bribery. Even if it was not, they would automatically look at it as that since you were dealing with such high numbered contracts. So my dad, for his kids, for us, accepted gifts like basketball games, football games, and tickets just like that. And since the contract was such a big deal and it was like a $2 million contract, it was believed to be bribery, which is why he got in trouble for it and basically had to serve 10 months in federal prison. And he's fine now, he's home, like it wasn't really, I'm not trying to justify it, but it wasn't, he didn't steal money from the government. He didn't do anything like that, like freaking Kelly is saying. And just to get back to the bigger picture, they took my personal shit, blew it out of proportion. Her mom leaked my number. She posted all these videos about me, like making up lies about me, all just because I simply didn't want to be her friend anymore. And that's why I hated myself and thought that there was something wrong with me, because it wasn't just her that acted like this. In any other friendship, I had this one friend who I literally looked up to so much. You guys probably even know who I'm talking about. I was friends with him for over a year and he just left. Like just one day he decided, I don't want to be your friend anymore, you're not good enough. And it just added on, like, because he knew how many times I've been like screwed over like that, it just added on to, I feel like a piece of shit. I guess that situation took a much bigger toll on me than like any of the other situations, because I really valued this person's thoughts and opinions. But I realized later that the reason he left was because I was being distant, because I got into a relationship and we used to be on FaceTime from morning till night, but I started going out more and not being as socially isolated. And so we would only FaceTime like 2-3 times a day instead of like all day. And he just couldn't be in a friendship with me that wasn't 24/7. So he decided to leave. That's the truth about it. And looking back and realizing now that the reason these things happened to me is because people took advantage of my kindness and people took advantage of all other aspects of me, just is so refreshing to me, because I just thought that everyone was just screwing me over for no reason. And some of the things that you see about me, like posts I'll make, back at Kelly, or things like that, what people don't understand is that is a result of months of being treated like shit, like build up. Like I literally let Kelly do all of this shit, talk about my dad, talk about my mom, talk about my family, bash me after I did absolutely nothing, until I posted a YouTube video. Then I started saying, all right, this is enough. Like when I sit there and I say this is enough, I'm not dealing with this shit anymore, I'm gonna fire back, is when I get looked at as the terrible person, because I'm not allowed to stand up for myself because I have a following. It's just so unfair, because I have to always be the bigger person, and I'm a normal person. Just because I make YouTube videos, just because I have a lot of people that follow me, doesn't mean I'm not allowed to stand my own ground, doesn't mean I'm not allowed to stick up for myself. And it's fucked up. Like I'm held to a completely different standard than other people. I don't tell you guys to tell people to kill themselves. I would never want you to do that. I don't tell you guys to hate on people. I encourage you not to hate on people. But then again, there's only so much I can do when other people literally expose themselves. Like all of my story times, I don't say a single name, but then the other person will make a story time back or make a social media post back so everyone will know who they are. And then if I keep making story times after they've fucking revealed their own identity and gave themselves away, I'm the bad person, even though it was their choice to put themselves out there. Yup. Just, I can name countless friends from school and stuff who just always took advantage of my kindness and just put other people before me. I sincerely believe that some of my school friends put other people before me in a way to make me feel like I was less important than everybody else. No doubt. Like just the way some people blatantly tried to make me feel like shit. Like they want me to have this image of myself like you're not shit, like no one likes you, no one cares about you, you'll never be anyone's favorite. And it fucking worked. Don't worry guys, your plan worked. Most people only see the part about me defending myself and they're like, she's horrible, she has a big following, she shouldn't be doing that, she's probably just attacking this girl for no reason, when in reality there's an entire backstory of just fucked up shit piled up that makes me say the littlest things. I just want you guys to know, just because someone treats you like shit after you've treated them good, just because your boyfriend cheats on you after you've treated him like gold, it doesn't make you a worthless person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. People just take advantage of kindness. That's just how the world works. And I've had so many bad experiences with being used and being lied to and being told these things. And after a while, you start to almost believe what other people tell you about yourself if you're told it enough. And I feel like I definitely let the way people treated me take a huge impact on how I viewed myself. And now I realize when people say I'm a horrible person, or when people say I'm terrible or I'm a bully. It's because they don't know everything and people just assume from the surface, oh, she's a social media influencer, she's just doing this to bully, to get a reaction, to blah blah blah, when it's necessarily not like that at all. But I just want you guys to know that just because I'm a YouTuber doesn't mean my life is perfect. I have had self-image issues. I have grown from them and I've gotten treated like shit. I know you guys treat me like gold and you guys probably see each other and be like, she must feel so special, like she's so admired, she has so many fans. Trust me, I have felt like a worthless piece of shit many times in my life. Almost every friend I've ever had has used my dad going to jail, which they all knew was the most sensitive thing to use against me in an argument or in something like that, and I just never understood why. It's because they just can't find anything else to hurt me with, so they have to like pull out the big guns, you know what I'm saying? I guess now you guys know why I hated myself so much, and I cannot stress the message that do not let the way other people treat you define you. I cannot stress that message enough because I let that happen more than anyone, and I wish I didn't. I don't want to say I hate myself for it because I've definitely grown and I understand now. It just sucks because that part of my life is just always going to be there. Now I have people who care about me, love me. Like my boyfriend is so freaking amazing. Like one of the most amazing, most caring people I've ever met. Puts the same care towards me that I put towards him, just gives the same energy back. It's not a one-sided relationship or anything like that, which is why I'm so infatuated with him. Same with Abby and Jordan Beaver and all of my friends who just have always been there for me, and I've never felt like, why am I doing more for them than they do for me kind of thing. And I just want to say, those people are very, very hard to find, which is why I really do not have a lot of people in my circle. I have a very high standard for friends nowadays, so like I have to be friends with you for a really, really long time before I can get close to you to make sure you're not the kind of person that would do something like that has been done to me before. And another thing I want to stress is I don't make these story times to hurt the person. I don't make them to make the other person feel terrible. I make them because at a point for me, this was the only vent that I had, YouTube and talking to a camera. Like I thought I was crazy, like the other person couldn't see the wrong in the situation. So when I described it to an audience and everybody else saw that it was also wrong, it helped me a lot with self-love and accepting that I wasn't the big issue in this like whole getting treated like shit deal, you know? And you guys have helped me through so much, and it actually blows my mind because I knew I couldn't talk about these things to people and anyone I knew in real life because I had no real friends at this time, and I knew it would probably just get used against me again. I don't like talking about sensitive shit with my real life peers to begin with, just because I've gotten it used against me so many times. So to have a platform like this where I'm able to vent and get an outside perspective on it was just so helpful for me. And again, I can't thank you guys for that enough. But I'm gonna wrap the video up now. I pretty much said everything I needed to say. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next video. And yeah. Oh, that was a lot. All right. I love you. Goodbye.